Hello, dear friends, dear fans, dear followers. I bring you greetings from this end. I do hope that you're doing well, you're keeping safe in these very strange times. So, for my regular viewers, you do know what I'm all about. I'm passionate about inspiring people, about motivating them to take one step at a time when the storms of life comes raging. But more so, I'm passionate about single mothers because I am a single mom of three girls, and I kind of appreciate that it's not an easy journey. Once you find yourself on that path of life, it's not always an easy journey. But guess what? We can always fulfill purpose if we will just let God hold our hands and let Him hold us and take us through that journey one step at a time. Okay, so in life, so that's what I'm all about today. I'll just be jumping on quickly to talk about anxiety and how we can deal with levels of anxieties when we go through challenging times. How do we deal with it? When life takes a turn on us that was so unexpected, it was unpredictable, we didn't see it coming, and boom, life happens. As I always say, life just happens. Please, as you watch, please do click on the subscribe button at the bottom of this video and do leave your comments, like, and please share this video as well. You never know, someone might just be somewhere that needs to hear the word do not give up. So I welcome you to my channel, and I welcome you to another episode of Never Give Up, Keep Holding Tight. Yes, so what is anxiety? Anxiety can be high levels of stress and uncertainty. At some point in life, we all go through experiences that heighten our emotions, that makes us feel overwhelmed about life, about the happenings around us, about circumstances. We go through these times that, as I said, we were not prepared for. We didn't plan for it. We didn't see it coming. And I tell you what, everybody has a story to tell. If you talk to people, you will realize that there is a lot of people that have gone through, if not everyone, who will tell you that they've gone through a period in their life when they were so overwhelmed, when they were so anxious, and they thought that, life would just come crashing down on them. The most important thing that I want to tell someone watching me is that you're not alone. Sometimes the first thing when we go through challenges of life is we have to accept that it's not everything we can control, because we are only human and man is so limited in his own abilities. I did say that in one of my videos. We are very, very limited in our own abilities. So when we go through the storms of life, sometimes we have to accept that it's not everything we can control. And I'll tell you that in a minute. I used to think that I could control everything. I used to think that, I had everything planned out, and, if anything that comes my way, I could handle it. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Okay, so there's times that it's overwhelming, and that's absolutely okay. I always tell people that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. But the thing is, once we are in that phase, as I said, let God hold our hands and carry us through, because that's exactly my experience as well. You could be watching me right now, you're thinking, oh, Katie, you don't understand what I've been through. What have you been anxious about? How did you deal with it? Were you anxious at all? I always say that there was a time in my life that I was looking for someone that could worry more than I worry. Yeah, I used to be a worrier, if there's any word like that. I used to worry my head off. So, I would worry about things that might never come to reality or might never even come to existence. And I will worry and worry and worry and worry. Now, what are some of the things that can cause us anxieties? For my experience that I'm sharing is that when my marriage broke down, I was so anxious about what people would say. I was so anxious about what names they would call me, because we live in a community, and that's where this vision was born. We live in a community where we are so battered by words. We are spoken down upon. There's a certain group of people, single mothers, or, even single fathers. I know of some single fathers that are doing an amazing job. So kudos to you. Keep doing that. Keep doing your good stuff, and the good Lord will reward you and continue to strengthen you. We live in a society where we are not allowed to kind of say how we feel. We are not allowed to speak even. Yeah, so that's what kind of bore this vision. You get call names, you get judged, your destiny gets concluded upon. So when I found myself in that situation I was obviously overwhelmed, I was stressed out, I didn't know what to do. You could be watching me, your own might be completely different. Your own causes of anxieties, you might be battling with ill health, you might be battling with infertility, you might be struggling with, just day-to-day life. feeling anxious. I used to go to bed not knowing what I'll feed my children with. I used to go to bed not knowing how I'll pay my rent when the month comes to an end. All those things. But I can tell you one thing. Through it all, I came to a place of complete surrender to God. And that is when I enjoyed the beauty of the Lord's strength. And I did mention this in my last video as well. The beauty of the Lord's strength. You enjoy the Lord's strength when you completely surrender and you come to a point where you know that complete surrender is not negotiable. You can't negotiate it. It's absolutely not negotiable. So that's where you kind of allowed God. So when I got to a place of complete brokenness, I allowed God to then give me his strength, because the Bible says that in our weaknesses, his strength is made perfect. That is how I learned to enjoy the strength of God, and he held my hand. Something people ask me every single time. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been asked this question. People say, because I work full time, I've got 3 girls and I look after them, and I always carry this smile on my face, and people go, Katie, how do you do it? And I have one answer for them. It is by the grace of God, because I don't even know how I do it. I don't, but I just do it. Why? Because I have learned to put my complete trust in God. I depend on him totally, because I understand that he's the only one who can really hold my hand and pull me through. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where there is nothing anybody would tell you that it would make sense? There's literally no one that anybody would tell you that would comfort you. They might have never worn your shoes, so they might not really know what to tell you. That's why you want to completely surrender to he who understands everything, to he who knows your end from your beginning. You want to also be doing that. You're not alone. So I implore you, I encourage you, you are not alone. If you need someone to talk to, my number is at the bottom of the screen. Please do reach out. You're not alone. Let's share, let's talk. Sometimes we make even mistakes that we are so burdened and we are worried and we don't want to talk about it. Again, as I mentioned, for fear of being judged, or what would they think of me, what would they say of me? No, let us uplift each other up. So I'm encouraging single mothers. You can do it. You can still fulfill purpose. You can fulfill destiny, whatever be the case, whatever be the circumstance that brought you to where you are, or you being a single mother. You have to accept that you can't control everything, but again, as I said, you have to learn what you need to learn and move on and be the best that you can for yourself and be the best that you can for your children. You can still fulfill purpose. God is a God of love. He will hold your hand through. He would encourage you through, and he will pull you through. And one thing before I go, the Bible says that do not be anxious for anything, but with supplication and thanksgiving, make your requests known unto God. So every single day as well, when you wake up, make your affirmations positive. So declare the things that you want to be seen, declare the things that you're not, deny everything that you're not in agreement with, and keep your confessions as positive as you can get. No negative energy, no pity party. Don't throw yourself a pity party. It doesn't help. Anxiety, I'll tell you, and stress levels, when they get to that point, you're thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? You feel sorry for yourself. It's okay. There were times I felt sorry for myself, but I refuse to throw a pity party and stay there. I have a word for you today. If you would let the Lord hold your hand and carry you through, you would see how easy it is. You will realize and go, how did I do it? As I'm even recording this video till today, I don't have a clue how I do it. So what else could give me the strength that I pull through every single day, if not for the mercy of God, if not for his help? I will not be here. But if I am here, I am a testimony that if you have found yourself in the path, whatever be the circumstances, whether it was your fault or it wasn't your fault, stop beating yourself up, stop blaming yourself. Whatever you need to learn it and move on. Wake up, dry your tears, be the best that you can. Your children need you. Your children need you. Your loved ones need you to be alive. Wake up, dust yourself, and tell yourself that you could be the best that you can. This is one of my favorite phrases. I am God's project in progress. He's not done with me yet. And when he's done with me, all the praise will go back to him. So keep telling yourself that. And again, as I said, you are not alone. My number is at the bottom of the screen. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, any topics, any questions that you have on how I kind of pull through and I'm where I am. But the most important thing I'll tell you, one of the most important things I cannot overemphasize, is that I let God hold my hand and he brought me this far. And if I am here doing it, you can do it as well. Never give up on yourself. Never live your life according to the commendations of people. And listen, people are allowed to have their opinions. People are allowed their perspectives. It's fine. Don't get screwed up. Don't get worked up because someone looked at it differently. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Let people have their opinion. You have your opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. So let people's opinion not weigh you down. And do not live your life to the commendations of people. Live your life by what God calls you. That is what matters. Because in due season, you would be glad. And remember, he would wipe away every tears. It will not always be like this. It will not always be like that. Someday, your story would encourage another woman. Your story would encourage another single father. That you know what? There is strength within you. You can do it. You can do it and you can do it. Till my next video, please look after yourself and keep confessing positive. Remain blessed.